Izmir, a relaxed city on Turkey's west coast, contrasts Istanbul in many ways. In Izmir, you'll mix with people whose origins in the region date back to ancient times, whereas Istanbul is bustling with imported accents, faces, and tourists from all over the world. In contrast to Istanbul's overwhelming assortment of sights, sounds, and colors, Izmir's quiet. Azure water can hold your attention for hours. But don't worry, Izmir also has a ton of awesome active things to do. If you're going to Izmir, give yourself plenty of time to relax in the quaint city center in addition to seeing the sights. We are covering the top activities to do in Izmir, including eating with the locals, visiting historic sites, relaxing on the beach, and traveling back in time. Number 1. Izmir Agora. The ruins of an ancient Greek and Roman marketplace and city center can be found at the Agora. It is one of the best preserved agoras in the world. The deteriorated buildings, graffiti, drawings, and inscriptions at this historic location are well known. It was the primary Greek and Roman marketplace until many earthquakes left it in ruins today. It dates back to the 4th century BC. It has been added to the list of potential World Heritage Sites. 3 of the 4 major gates, several classical arches, Corinthian columns, rivers, and even a basement are still present in the Agora. The site is also littered with the remains of several statues, including those of Greek gods and goddesses and ordinary people. Alexander the Great initially constructed the Agora, which Marcus Aurelius later renovated. The ruins of a Muslim cemetery with some gravestones are located close to the Agora. 2. Konak Square. In the Konak neighborhood of Izmir, Konak Square is a bustling public space. It is the busiest area in the city because it serves as a hub for several gatherings. The square, which Gustave Eiffel designed, is home to governmental structures as well as businesses, eateries, and cafes. Here, one can also feed the birds. The City Hall of the Izmir Metropolitan Municipality, the Izmir Clock Tower, the Ali Mosque, and the Central Bus Station are a few of the prominent buildings at Konak Square. A popular destination to catch a ferry for breathtaking views of the coast and Izmir is the Konak Pier, which is located at the eastern end of the square and overlooks the Aegean Sea. The Edge University Cultural Center, which houses an opera theater, a museum of modern art, and a music academy, is located at the southern end of the square. The old market section of Izmir, Kemeralty, with its numerous shops, mosques, and synagogues, is close by. Along with Turkish cuisine, handmade clothing, and souvenirs are available here. 3. The Cordon, a well-known seaside promenade that runs north from Cumhuriyet Square to Alsancak and south from the Konak Pier to Konak Square, is a symbol of Izmir. This promenade is perfect for taking in views of the lovely seaside and for viewing the magnificent sunset. It is completely grassed and has walkways that are appropriate for both walking and cycling. There are cafes, eateries, and bars along the promenade's eastern edge. While admiring the stunning coastline, guests can sip Turkish coffee and beer. In addition to walking, take a horse-drawn carriage to see the Cordon and take in the scenery. A few more tourist destinations nearby are the Zubeyde Hanım Museum ship, the Ataturk Museum, and the Arcas Art Center, all of which offer access to exhibitions. On the weekends, there are frequently unplanned lit performances and musical performances here. 4. Ephesus. Ephesus, a former halt on the Silk Road and today one of the most well-liked tourist attractions in Izmir, receives about 2 million visitors annually. Ancient travelers from over the globe would arrive at the harbor to stock up on exotic spices and fruits, pay a visit to the skilled Turkish weavers, or simply take in the sights and sounds of the multi-ethnic city. The area of Izmir that is most known. Without visiting the well-known ancient Greek city of Ephesus, no journey is complete. The historic settlement's ruins preserve the secrets of the Roman, Byzantine, Seljuk, and Ottoman eras, as well as the Greek. The incredible metropolis was constructed in the 10th century BC. Although Ephesus has many attractions, there are a few important ones that are unquestionably a visiting. These include the Odeon, the Library of Celsus, the Temple of Domitian, and the Temple of Artemis. 5. The Pergamon Acropolis. an ancient Greek city that served as a center of authority in the 2nd century BC, is located high on a hilltop overlooking the contemporary town of Bergama. The Pergamon altar, a massive building with towering pillars, is the site's most famous feature. The world's steepest ancient theater, which hangs dizzily down the hillside overlooking the town of Bergama, was for me the highlight of Pergamon. There are many things to visit in Izmir, but this is one that you must not miss. This is one of the best locations to go in Izmir if you want to immerse yourself in the city's history. Only the pillars of an ancient building are now visible in the Acropolis ruins. The remaining portion of the building is now housed in the Pergamon Museum. And in addition to this, Pergamon Acropolis also includes a former theater that is situated right on the cliff's edge. 6. Kemeraltı Market. Kemeraltı Market is a bustling neighborhood in the city known for its gorgeous shops and antiques. It is an old and confusing market. The market runs from Konak Square to the historic Agora and is situated where Anafart Aller Street curves. The Kemeraltı Market, which dates back to the 17th century, is home to a number of stores, cafes, studios for regional artisans, tea gardens, mosques, and other institutions of worship. The Kemeraltı Market is renowned for its countless stores and stalls that offer a variety of goods including food, gadgets, clothes, shoes, jewelry, local handicrafts, spices, and sweets. There are a lot of excellent seafood eateries in this area. The coffee shops between Kizlar Isihan and the Hisar Mosque are among the attractions of the Kemeraltı Market. These coffee shops serve the city's well-known Turkish coffee boiled in the cup. 7. Hisar Mosque. The largest and oldest location for Islamic gatherings in the city is Izmir's Hisar Mosque, also known as the Fort Mosque. It boasts Ottoman-style architecture and is renowned for its tastefully decorated interiors. Both of the galleries, which are divided into sections for men and women, have lovely rose and vine patterns. The Hisar Mosque was constructed by Idnalu Yakup Bey between 1592 and 1598. White marble is used exclusively in its construction. 3 domes are located behind the center dome, which is a sizable central dome. Furthermore, the courtyard sides are framed by a row of 7 domes. The art is also overlooked by a fountain that is used for Islamic ablution. Despite being located in the middle of a market, the mosque retains a serene atmosphere. Notably, several of the nicest eateries are close by. 8. Asansör. An historic structure called Asansör may be found in Izmir's Karatas neighborhood. It provides expansive views of Izmir's city and shoreline. The building has 2 elevators, and the top floor has a cafe, restaurant, and viewing platform. Asansör, which translates to elevator, was constructed as a city landmark to facilitate the movement of people and products from the upper hillside section of the town to the lower narrow seashore. A wealthy banker named Nesim Levi Bayrak Lioglu constructed Asansör in 1907 as a public utility. Over time, the small street next to Asansör became known as Asansör Sakagi or Street. However, this street is now known as Dorio Morno Street after the well-known singer. Below Asansör, and in the area around it, there are many cafes and eateries. 9. Alaçatı. This seaside village, which can be found in Turkey's Çeşme Peninsula, is very well liked by visitors. The location is actually a unique fusion of luxurious and traditional elements, making it one of the top 10 attractions in Izmir. The sports complex at the Alaçatı Marina in the south, which frequently sees strong winds and as a result draws lots of tourists who come to Alaçatı solely to surf, is likely the town's main draw. Ticket Olmaz, local shared cab, from Izmir to Alaçatı, another cool area to hang out on warm summer nights if you're looking for something more laid back. At the marina, indulge in some regional ice cream made from wild berries, or if you're hungry, have a cumber sandwich, which is loaded with hot cheese, sausage, tomato, and pickled cucumbers. 10. Mount Katakkale. The oldest castle in Izmir was constructed atop Mount Katakkale, a stunning peak near Izmir's urban area. Legend has it that Alexander the Great picked this location to erect his castle, and ever since, it has become a significant landmark in Izmir. A beautiful perspective of the city, the Gulf of Izmir, and a few hawkers peddling regional goods are all provided by Mount Kale. From here, one can observe the castle's gate, watchtower, Roman cisterns, and enormous walls. It draws people to immerse themselves in its magnificent beauty and serves as a true testament to the rich history and magnificent culture of Izmir.